Yo, what is up, everybody? How's it going? My name is Jerome, and welcome to the channel. First and foremost, I just want to say if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. We're 40 away from my goal, which was 100 subs, so pretty close. Anyways, I decided to change it up a little bit instead of going with the usual, having the mat out and showing the card for card. I just decided to do it like this now on Dueling Book, just to go ahead and show it the entire build, because I know some people, they just want to see the build all right then and there, so they can just pretty much go on about their day and yada yada yada. And some people just don't have the time to sit there and go through every single card and all the reasoning, stuff like that. So this is for all those people, because I had comments on previous videos saying, can you post a deck profile? So here it is. Here's the whole deck profile. So yeah, I'll just walk through every one of them one by one here soon. But I went to a tournament and went undefeated with it. It was a small tournament. It was only it was a good amount of people, but they only do 3 rounds on Wednesday because the store closes at a pretty early time. Well, not really early. It's just the tournament starts really late, like at like 6:30, and I think it closes at like 9:30 or something like that. So they can't do more than 3 rounds. But yeah, I went undefeated. The matchups were pretty tough. I went against Exo Sisters the first round, then I went against a mirror match, but it was a different kind of build. It was more of a Melfi slash Spright slash Tri Brigade deck. It was pretty crazy. And then the last round, I went up against Flunderies, which was pretty tough. Overall, this is, great deck build that I did here. I didn't brick. I think I bricked one time, and that was against Exo Sisters. Other than that, every hand was just completely like full power combo and everything. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So 3 blues, 3 jets, 1 carrot, and 2 reds. For those who don't know yet, blue, when it's special summon, you add a Spright monster from the deck to the hand. Jet, when it's special summon, you add a spell or a trap card that's Spright from the deck to the hand. Carrot, you can tribute a level 2 or rank 2 link 2 monster in your side of field, negate the activation of a spell or trap card, or if you get rid of a link or rank 2 monster, destroys the trap card or spell card as well. And then the same thing for red, but red is for effects of monsters. And then I did 1 pixies. Now this is new. I didn't do pixie at all in the other builds that I did, but this one, I decided to put it in. And my god, this card is so good. I mean, you can literally just play freely, do your whole combo like you normally do, and instead of playing the dupe frog, I suggest playing this instead, because now if you have this in hand off of searching it with blue, or even having it searched with let's say with blue on your opponent's turn or whatnot, you can play all your monsters in attack mode comfortably, because if you have pixies, it's basically an honest for your deck. So so it says here, if you control link to whatever, you can special summon it from your hand. You're never really going to do that unless you're, I guess, if you need to get it on board. But basically it says, during damage calculation, if another link to level 2 monster, rank 2, whatever monster you control battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. That monster you control gains attack and defense equal to the opponent's monster's attack until the end of this turn. So it's basically an honest for this deck. And I've seen some people doing the spell card, which is Gamma Burst, but the bad thing about that is that it affects all monsters. So even your opponent's monsters, it can buff them up as well. So it's kind of bad in my opinion. This is a lot better because, why would you use that spell card when you can use this, which does the same thing as a spell card, but better because it's only for your monster. So I decided to put it in and take out the dupe frog. 3 swap frogs, 1 runner totem. Don't do the dupe frog. I think the dupe frog is bad, and I'll explain later. 3 deep sea divas, 3 ash blossoms, 2 effect veilers, 2 ghosts, 2 DD crows, and 2 Nibirus. These never came up, but I put these in here because I could have easily did 3 effect veilers and 3 ghosts, but I figured after playtesting for a while, I thought 3 ghosts and 3 effect veiler are absolutely horrible. Like, I always sided them out because it's just, you see them way too much. So I decided to cut both of them out and just put 2 Nibirus in, and the ratios actually work a lot better this way. So I'll keep it that way. I didn't do the Gamma package because with Gamma, you're gonna have to. You don't really have that much room, and Gamma is better going second than going first. 3 starters, 1 smashers, 1 call by, the 3 cross out. Shout out to my boy for letting me borrow his 3rd one. 2 dark rulers, and then 2 infinite imperms. I put 2 dark rulers in here because sometimes when I only run 1 dark ruler with 3 crossouts, I find myself always somehow having the 1 dark ruler copy in my hand, and I'm just like, well, that means my crossouts are kind of useless because I put them in here just for the dark ruler. So I bumped it up to 2, and also it's pretty cool because if I go second, you know, having 2 in there has just increased it slightly to have 1 in my opening hand, which it has happened I think twice this tournament, but I never used it because they didn't really make a board or anything. So I was like, okay, I'll just play like normal, I guess. And then for the, I'll do the side deck, I guess. So the side deck, you can completely change it up. I had to make this on the spot because I didn't get the cards that I wanted. I wanted at least 2 solemn warnings, but didn't pick up any because no one had any. So I decided to put in a token collector, 2 sphere modes, 1 lava golem. You could do 3 sphere modes, but I think 3 is just too much. I think just taking a 3rd one out and putting a lava golem is, in my opinion, better, just because some people don't set up 3 monsters because of this card. Some people just do 2 monsters and that's it. So I put this in here just because of that. If the, you know, the slight chance that it does happen and I somehow have it in my hand. Harpies, Twin Twisters, and then double Cyclones. So this card right here, Twisters, was supposed to be the Solemn Warning, and so was the Token Collector. Both of those were supposed to be Solemn Warnings. So yeah, but like I said, I didn't get them. I'll come back to this later, but 3 warning point, 2 D barriers, and then 2 appointers. Never seen the appointers, but I did see the D barrier, which is pretty cool. But the one card I really wanted to see was this one. So warning point. Warning point is a little testing card that I just randomly stumbled upon, and I was like, I read it and I was like, it's pretty cool. So what it does is when a monster or monsters is summoned this turn, that face-up monster or monsters cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, it cannot be used as a material for fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link summon. So this card is pretty wild against just about every deck right now. Think about it. If they do E-Tail and they summon Xiamen, you can just activate warning point on it. Now they can't pay 6. They can't search for another punk monster, and that monster now can't be used for fusion, synchro, link, anything. It's just stuck on their field. Same thing if you were going against a mirror match. They normal summon Deep Sea Diva, you can hit them with this. They normal summon a Swap Frog, hit them with it. And they special summon out of blue, you can hit them with it. And now that monster is completely useless. It's stuck on their field and they can't do absolutely nothing with. So I thought that this card is pretty stupid, especially say if you're going against Exo Sisters and you have this. They normal summon 1 time and that's about it. They normal summon, you activate this, now they're stuck with a monster that they can't do anything with. So I thought it was pretty funny when I read this, and I said, screw it, I'm just going to side deck 3 of them in. And yeah, never seen them because I only ended up going into game 3 1 time throughout the entire tournament. I 2-0'd 2 people, and then the Exo Sister was the only one that actually went into 3rd game with. But I didn't see this. I saw the D barrier in my opening hand instead. So maybe tomorrow when I play, hopefully I can get this off. It'll be pretty cool. Extra deck, 2 elves, 1 Almirage, Masquerade, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, Access Code Talker, the Halky Firebrex, and then you got your Totally Awesome, of course. You got your 2 Gigantics, you got your Soul Sweeper, your Cavalry, to the Downerd, into the Zeus, and that wraps up the whole deck. Now for the extra deck, I didn't have the full thing that I really wanted. I really wanted the what is it called? The Desert Locust and Omega. I have Omega, I just don't have a Desert Locust, so I couldn't play those 2. The cards I think I would have took out for them would have been Access Code Talker for Omega, and then probably maybe it's a toss-up between either Unicorn, Masquerena, or Soul Sweeper. So Soul Sweeper is pretty cool because he can get over big problematic cards. Access would definitely go because I never go into it really. Nightmare Unicorn possibly could be the one that goes. And then the reason why I said IP is because I I sometimes never ever make IP at all, really. If I do, it's mostly just because I can just go into this on their turn. But like I said, I know this would come out, but if this comes out, then Unicorn should probably come out too, because that's the whole point of it. So it probably, I don't know. I don't know. I might take out all 3 for like something, but Phoenix will probably stay just because I can get over Mystic Mine if that ever happens, really. Yeah, it'll probably be these 2. Probably. This did come up once today against Exo Sisters. She made Bagushka and I Nightmare Unicorned it. But then again, I could have just smashered it. So if I did have, I don't know. No idea. I don't know. One of these 2. But anyways, and I think earlier I said I was going to talk about, what was it? Was it oh yeah, so about the reason why I took out Dupe Frog. So Dupe Frog, in my opinion, is not too great. A lot of people play it just because they can set up the nice board, you know, with Toad and all that stuff, and your opponent's forced to attack your Dupe Frog. Well, the problem is that it only has 2 in defense, right? It's not that crazy of a card. There's 2 big problems. One, it's a bad card in your opening hand, and that card could have been anything else. So it's really bad opening up with it. And when I play tested it, I always saw myself opening it and not doing anything with it. So I was like, yep, this card's got to go. And the second bad thing is, and this is kind of like a really good reason why you shouldn't be running it, is say if you match somebody that's playing Super Poly in their main deck, which there is a lot of people out there main deck in Super Polys. Sky Strikers now are main deck in Super Polys. And the reason is because they got the new fusion monster, the Garura. And what it is, basically you have an Aqua monster, which is your Toad, and you have another Aqua monster, which is your Dupe Frog. Boom, that's 2 cards. They can just take your Toad, your Dupe Frog, make Garura, and you can't do anything about it. So that's why I decided to take it out. Bad card in the opening hand, sucks when you draw into it, and on top of that, it can make your monsters a Super Poly target. So I cut it out, and I think I did a great thing because, my God, it's just been phenomenal with not having that card in the deck, and going undefeated with this was great. Now there is one more build I'm going to probably end up playing tomorrow if I can borrow like 2 cards off of somebody. If I can get 2 cards, which is just 1 Water Enchantress and 1 right, if I can get those 2, then I can play like a completely different build, which is going to be pretty nuts. But yeah, that's about it. And yeah, like I said before, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.